Hi, my name is Tony, and today I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy teriyaki tofu from plantbasedonabudget.com. I'm always looking for easy things to make throughout the work week, and this is one of our favorites. It is so easy, and you can change up the sauce. Today I'm using teriyaki, but you can also use barbecue. You can also make your own. It's very versatile. Also, I'm going to be using fresh ingredients for almost everything except the frozen broccoli. But if you are short on time, you can use jarred garlic, you can use frozen onion and bell pepper, and it goes by so quickly. Let's jump in. I'm adding in some high heat neutral oil. It's about a tablespoon, and I'm gonna let it warm up. Today I'm gonna be using some super firm tofu. I like using the super firm because I don't have to spend a lot of time pressing it. Actually, I didn't press it at all. And I also like the texture because it's a lot hardier and chewier. When I cut this open, I usually cut it in half, and then I open it and I drain what's in there. And because it's more of a dense tofu, the water doesn't really sit within the tofu as if it were firm or soft tofu. And I cut them into little squares that are on the thinner side. You can see the shape right here. It's thin in a square, and I made it thinner so it can take in more of the flavor. Now I'm going as gently as possible, place all of my tofu in here in a single layer. I always talk about the safety part of sautéing. As you can see, I'm putting them all down on the square side, not the thin side, and I plan on only flipping them once. If you do a cube, you'll have to brown all the different sides, and it takes quite a while, and this way it ensures that you're not spending so much time having to flip it because we're only going to do that 2 times. Leave it there for a couple of minutes. Depending on how hot it is, you might want to check 1 and then flip that when you're ready. I usually talk about the oil splashing on your skin and how it can hurt. However, it can also damage clothes, and if anybody has a hack, I have a lot of clothing that I love that now has oil splatter on it. So if you know how I can get that out, please send your tips my way. I'm always looking. I've tried a few different products for getting out those tough stains, and none of them have worked. So please let me know. I will try anything. I'm going to use my tongs for the sake of this video, but when I'm doing it at home by myself, I just start flipping, and if some things aren't browned completely, that's okay. It'll be fine. This process takes a few minutes. If you're doing the lazy Tony method and just flipping, you'll want to let it rest just a little bit so that it can have the opportunity to lightly brown. I am being very patient right now. Usually I'm not so patient, but once it starts kind of bouncing with the oil, you know it's almost ready. Here is what it looks like when it is browned. And I'm just going to start flipping them over. Once they're starting to look brown, we're gonna add in our vegetables. I'm using a fresh bell pepper. You can use any color bell pepper. I'm using red, and you could toss that in and let those cook alongside your tofu. If you are short on time, you can use something like this, which is a blend of different pepper strips. I got this at Walmart from the brand Bird's Eye. It'll cut down your time. The bell pepper won't be diced, but it's totally fine if they're in strips. I think you can also buy frozen onion, and you can definitely buy pre-chopped onion in the refrigerated section of the produce aisle, but that's if you're in a pinch. I usually recommend fresh if you can with onion, but I totally understand that this is a quick dinner option and you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna add in some onion. You can use any color onion you have. This is a small red onion, which is really a purple onion. Don't know why they call it red onion. I'm gonna stir everything up now. Next, I'm gonna add in some frozen broccoli. This is about a cup, but you can add more if you have it. And really, you can add in any veggies that you have on hand or that are about to expire, anything that you have in your freezer. I love how pretty it looks. It's so colorful. I'm now letting it sit so that the vegetables have a chance to saute and soften. I think that this is also a personal preference. in how long it takes. Some people like a crunchy vegetable, that's my husband, and other people, like me, like a softer, more tender vegetable. So he likes his onion and bell pepper and even broccoli to have a bit of a crunch still, and does not like when he calls it mushy. I wouldn't say I like it mushy, but I do like it a little bit softer. What do you like? I'm wondering what's the more popular way. I usually do it where it's tender, but not soft or mushy. It's like a fine balance, and you can do your taste test. You can grab like 1 bell pepper and see if that's a good texture for you. Now I'm gonna add in 2 cloves of garlic, and I'm using my garlic press, but you can mince it or use jarred garlic if you have that on hand. Try to get as much of the garlic out of there as possible so that none of it goes to waste. Stir that in. I can't get over how beautiful this meal looks and smells. It's really bringing in all of my senses to make me crave it. I'm gonna now taste a bell pepper to see if it's too crunchy. I think just another minute or 2 and this will be perfect. And while that continues to cook, I'll show you, I'm using Very Very Teriyaki by the brand Sautéing. I got it at Walmart. It has some sesame seeds at the top, so I'm gonna give it a good shake because I'm only gonna use 1/3 cup of it, and I want it to be evenly distributed throughout the sauce. Well, they're all floating back. I'm not even joking. You can see them going up right now. You see that? Hold on, let me shake this again. Okay, let's see if it's because they're so light, they're floating to the top. So I'm gonna pour it really fast. I'm gonna mix everything up now and cook it on medium-high until the tofu starts to absorb some of that sauce. I'm gonna let mine cook for a little bit longer so I can have my tofu absorb a lot of that sauce. But if you like yours to be saucy, that's another way to eat it and is also delicious. You can also serve it over a bed of rice so that the rice starts to absorb that sauce as well. You can see that it's so pretty. I'm gonna serve it up and I'm gonna eat this with some rice, and that's all. This is an easy dinner that comes together quickly, and it is very filling. It's packed with protein and it's very yummy. I cannot wait to eat it. I love tofu, and this is hitting the spot. I hope you give it a try. If you do, please let me know what you think in the comments. Please also give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and thank you so much for watching this video today. I really appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.